Hey, Xiaomi here. So today is going to be the start of my weekly reading vlog. Today is Monday, October 14th, and right now it is 11:47. If you can tell, I'm in a different sort of format because even though I do vlog from my car, I have my dogs. I usually don't have my dogs on a Monday, but today is off for me, and I wanted to do two things. One of them was take them to the vet, and the other was to just take them out on a stroll. And while I am gonna do the latter in a few seconds, I couldn't do the former because, ironically and oddly enough, his vet was closed, or their vet was closed. And it's odd because he usually doesn't close on holidays. He usually stays open. The only time I've ever seen him close on a holiday has been Christmas Eve and New Year's Eve because, you know, obviously, duh, right? So it was kind of like, well, I was like, but it was just like, you know, kind of wasted my day. But I did buy Snow's heart pills, which is what I'm gonna give him in a few, because I have Marks but I didn't have Snow, so that's what we went to buy. And now we're gonna go out for a little walk. You want to go for a little walkie? Yeah, see? Okay, I'm gonna make this quick because like they really want to go outside. But I have made some progress with my reading. I am currently on page 311 of Crown of Feathers, and I'm really immersed. And I was kind of looking through the book because I was like, well, the ebook, because that's what I have on script, and because like there were these words that were being invented, I'm like, is there a glossary? And when I checked the table of contents, there's a timeline and there's a glossary, and I swear my geeky side was just like, oh my god, yes, because I love, you know, glossaries and, you know, timelines, because I'm, you know, heavily influenced on world building. I love that. You give me more world building and I'm just fascinated by it, especially in fantasy. I love it a lot more. And if it's one that I'm immersed in, especially like having queendoms and women ruling, and what was it that created the blood war, and like these words that are being invented, and also the fact that we have phoenix riders, which is something that I am completely captivated by. Like, I would love a giant phoenix because like that's freaking cool. Like, who wouldn't want a giant phoenix that bursts into flames? Of course. Hell yeah. I think anybody would want one. Well, at least I know I want one. So yeah, I have made a lot of progress with that one, and I'm hooked. I'm loving it. I'm enjoying it. Last night I did start The Wicked Deep, and I'm quite not enjoying that one. I'm only 8 pages in, so I can't heavily criticize it. But so far, I'm not immersed. There's a lot of mundane things, and also the font is really small. And I don't know how I feel so far on it, but I'm gonna continue. I'm gonna give it, you know, at least 50 pages before I decide to DNF it. But yeah, I haven't done anything else with Vicious. I'm still on the same page. I haven't even picked up Vicious. So I'm just gonna take my dogs out for a little walk, and then when I get home and get some reading done, then I will update you later on. Hi you guys, so today is Tuesday, October 15th. Right now it is 8:03, and today has been a day. I remember that I said that this was gonna be a more relaxed week. I forgot that I had to do something for work, which was basically upload the grades to the system. And I was like, no, I have until this Friday. I'm like, no, this Friday is when they give them. I had until last Friday. So, oh my god, I was just driving myself crazy. But by 4:30 I had everything up, but it was an intense day. Like I was correcting the entire day, and I just wanted to call it quits. I mean, I was supposed to go to an activity today also, like around 5-6, but I decided not to go because since I came out of work at 4:30 I was exhausted, and I was like, no, I need to go eat, I need to go take my pills, I need to do things in my house. So I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna stay home. And I know you can hear the cookies and whatnot, but it did rain, so they're happy and content because of that. I also noticed that Spook-a-thon started yesterday, and yesterday I did a quick TBR. So far I only have 2 books on that TBR because I don't know how this week is gonna go. But so far I have, like, I can accomplish every single challenge, but because I have a book for every single challenge. But I want to be real, I'm not gonna get that much reading done. So yeah, I do have 2 books in mind. One for read a book with a spooky setting, and that one is 5 Midnights. That one deals more with a lot more of my culture and whatnot. It deals with el cuco, you know, like this boogeyman that comes out at night, like pórtate bien, si no el cuco sale. So you know, that's kind of it. So I really want to read it, and I was told that it does take place in Puerto Rico. So hell yeah, I want to read it, of course. And the other one is read a book with a spooky word, and the title for that one is Ghostly Echoes by William Ritter. I need to continue this series, and this is the third book in this series, and I really want to start these books because I love these characters and I just want to finish the series. And this will take me roughly around 2 days to finish. Like, if I concentrate a lot on it, it'll take me roughly around 2 days, you know, because of work and whatnot. I'm still reading Crown of Feathers, and I'm really enjoying it. Oh my god, right now there's so many things that are happening. Oh, like, there are so many servants that are being killed because something happened, and I'm just freaking out here because, like, honestly, I was saying that, like, Sev's perspective, I was like, where does this lead up to? You know, what's gonna happen? And now is when we're getting, like, what's really happening, because I did skip 2 chapters of his just because I wanted to read Veronica's chapters, and then I went back to read Sev's chapters, and I was just like, oh my god, why did I skip these chapters? My goodness, it has gotten intense, you know, it's gotten intense, and I'm scared right now. I don't know what's gonna happen to them. I don't want them to die, but oh, there's so many things that are happening in Crown of Feathers, like, oh my goodness. But yeah, that's all I really wanted to update you on, because, like, I needed to have a little bit of an update. I also, yesterday when I was cleaning, because yesterday I cleaned the bookshelves, I also cleaned something else. I found 2 things that I thought that I had thrown away. One of those is, like, the start of my series that I have. I have 3 series in mind that I want to write. 2 of them are fantasy. One of them is dystopian, and this is one of them that I had, and I was just like, where did I put those index cards? I found them because I'm creating a world, and I have a few things for world. I have a few things for gods that I want to include, or goddesses that I want to include, and also character names and, like, their inciting incident. At least one of them I have, and, like, who is the sibling and the mother and the father and whatnot. So I have premise for 3 books. I just need the plot twists and turns that are gonna happen, you know, because I have the idea, I just need everything else, and I haven't had the time to just sit down and read those things. That's my mother. I also found, like, my reading journal that I had started for, like, I decided once to start a reading journal for books, like things that I like about the books, and maybe pictures from the books and whatnot. And I thought that I could have sworn that I threw it away out, because there are some times when I'm really nostalgic and don't like to throw anything away. There are other times when I just want to get rid of everything, because you know, I get sometimes in those moods. And I thought that I had thrown it away, but no, I found it. It was with a bunch of other notebooks that I had in a book bag, and I'm gonna start it because I'm gonna show it to you later, or maybe I might give you a flip through, because it's really incomplete. But I was really content when I found it, and I was like, oh my god. But yeah, I'm gonna continue reading because I want to spend the rest of the night, at least it's 8 right now, like I said, so at least I want to spend 1 more hour, maybe an hour and a half reading. So we'll see how much I get into Crown of Feathers, but it's intense, you guys. It's really intense. So I wanted to give at least an update for today. Today is October the 16th. Right now it is 6:09. It's been a somewhat intense day. We had a few meetings, and then I went to pick up some things that I needed to pick up, and the only thing I want to do is take a shower, lay down in bed. I already have a candle burning, but it's a Christmas candle just because I don't want to run out of my autumn candles. I have 2 autumn candles left, and I want to save one for mid-October because I know I'm gonna burn that one in like a week or 2, probably maybe less, because I tend to burn them a lot. And until I can buy more, because I'm pretty sure in November they're gonna have a sale, and I'm waiting on that sale because I need my autumn candles so badly. But yeah, that's all I want to do. I really want to just sit down and just relax and read. And last night I was heavily debating on staying up late and finishing Crown of Feathers. Oh my heaven and lord, it is so intense. It is just a page turner, and I'm just immersed. There are so many things that are happening. I don't know what's gonna happen. Honestly, I really don't know, and it has me on pins and needles because I don't know, man. I don't want anything to happen to these characters. Like, let's be real, I fall in love with them, and I just love everything about this story, man. And I feel like it's gonna end on a cliffhanger. That's what I feel, you know, because there's so many intense things happening, and we have 6 chapters left to finish the story, and I'm just like, oh my god, this is gonna end on a cliffhanger because there can't be anything else. There's so much happening, and if it doesn't end on a cliffhanger, if it doesn't end on a cliffhanger, I'm gonna be okay. But if it does, I'm probably still gonna be okay, but I'm gonna be traumatized for a few more months. Honestly, I'm gonna say that, but it is really, really good, man. I can't. It's so freaking good. And earlier I did start Ghostly Echoes. Right now I'm page 22. I'm enjoying this so much because, like I've said, I love these characters with a heavy heart because they're just so beautiful and so lovely, and I can't get enough of them. They're just amazing characters. And right now we're getting more from the specter of the house, so that's something that's going to be really, really interesting. How is it that everything does eventually piece together? Because I'm really curious as to what is it that happened to her, especially the fact that she has difficulty, you know, not a sense of letting go, but it's like doesn't want to face what really happened to her. So I'm really, really intrigued by this. So yeah, these are the two books that I'm going to read. I'm going to finish Crown of Feathers, and if I update you, it'll be because I finished it, or I might cry tears of joy, tears of sorrow. I don't know yet, but I'm intrigued, and I would like to get at least 20, 30, or maybe 40 more pages into Ghostly Echoes. I am going to watch a movie while I read because I need to calm myself down. I feel too stressed, and I want to just, you know, calm those levels down. So yeah, I'm gonna go take a shower and then start reading, and then I'll update you later. Hi you guys, so today is October 17th. Right now it's around 5 something. I just got out of work. I'm home and it's raining, so if you hear any rain, it's because of that. Last night I managed to finish Crown of Feathers, and I simply loved it so freaking much. It didn't end on a cliffhanger, but it ended on like a really intense revelation, and I was just like, oh my god, no, like, oh my god, so enticing. I can't wait for the second book. Like, I am immersed into this story. That was just so freaking amazing. Like, I think it was chapter 41. I even posted on my story on Instagram that I was like, oh my god, chapter 41 was nearly the death of me. Oh my god, there were so many things happening. I was just like, these people are gonna die, something is gonna happen, oh my god, I can't survive. But it was really, really great read. I mean, I enjoyed it from beginning to end. Honestly, it was just that amazing. Imagine I started an audiobook and ended up finishing reading it physically because I was just so immersed, and I was just like, oh, I need to continue. But it's so good. I also started today, what is it, 5 Midnights? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's 5 Midnights. I don't know how I feel on it because it is set in Puerto Rico. But I don't know what's the misconception that people have, thinking that our island is an English or Spanglish speaking community. We're not an English or a Spanglish speaking community. We are a Spanish speaking community. There are few people. There are a few people that do speak both languages, but like people in El Barrio, having them speak English or having them speak Spanish, I don't know how I feel on that. I'm gonna continue. I'm gonna give it a little bit more, but I don't know. So far I'm not a fan, but we're gonna continue. I'm gonna give it a second chance. I'm gonna continue. It's only 9 hours in audio, so I'm gonna give it my all. But yeah, that's all I wanted to do with a little reading update. Good morning, you guys. So today is Friday, October 18th, and it is 7:50 right now. I'm on my way to go to work. I have a few minutes to spare, and I just wanted to give a little bit of a reading update, especially with the one that I started last night or yesterday, which is 5 Midnights by Anne Davila Cardinal. I don't know how I feel about this book. I have a lot of conflicting issues. I'm beginning to think that there's an alternate Puerto Rico that I have no idea where it's at, and that I simply just, I live in a different island because I don't know what the hell. I mean, I have to give it to her that her portrayal of describing the island and a lot of things that are happening here, yeah, she's spot on with that. But it's like this author, which is weird because it says that she is a Puerto Rican. I think that she's only ever been to San Juan and she hasn't been to any other part of the island because, like, yeah, San Juan is heavily situated where there are a lot of tourists, so the need to speak English is heavily abundant in that area. But like, everybody has a sense of speaking Spanglish. We're not a Spanglish speaking community. We're not an English speaking community. We are a Spanish speaking community. Fuck, I've lived in Puerto Rico for 20 years of my life. I know that. And yes, there are people that speak English, but I've never had a person come to me and tell me, ah, gringuita, vete pa'l carajo porque tú no perteneces aquí. I've never had a person tell me that. So far we've had 3 different perspectives. One of them feels like she hates gringos. I don't like the connotation of gringo. I don't like that word. But it's like, she feels like gringos are taking over her island and whatnot. Yeah, and I do agree with the sense that Puerto Ricans tend to sell a lot of things. Hell, there's a lot of issues that I can say about that, but I'm not gonna go into every single one of them. But like, being so rude towards people, and especially like any kind of gringo, and just like hating gringos as a get-go, is just like, wait, whoa, calm down, what the hell is happening here? There's another POV that I just dislike, and it's one of the main characters, which is Lupe Davila. Lupe comes off as being a feminist, because she even states that she's a feminist, but yet I'm a feminist and I don't act like she acts. First of all, she's a 16-year-old who's a feminist. She's really independent. So yeah, that's okay. But like, having the need of saying that when somebody wants to help you, or at least take your luggage and put it in the trunk, and you're like, I already did that because I can take care of myself. I'm like, I'm sorry. Okay, whatever. Also, she acts like a child. There's a moment where she speaks completely like she's spoiled, like a spoiled little brat, and I'm just like, she comes off rude. She storms into a church because she has the right to go into any goddamn church that she has the right to. I'm like, alrighty then. And then like, she lies a lot to get to where she wants, and I don't like that. And also, she's really rude in the sense of like, oh, you don't need to fight my battles, I can fight my battles for me. And I'm like, first of all, being a feminist, I think you need to recheck the definition of feminist, because I'm a feminist and I'm not like that. I think that it's coming off too harsh, too rude, too brash, and it's like, I don't like it, because it's just giving me the wrong vibes. And then we have another character who I don't understand, who's Javier. I don't care. Like, let's be real, I don't care about any perspective that we've had so far, and I'm listening to it at 2x speed, and I'm gonna pretty soon start listening it to 2.5, because it is just so freaking annoying. But yeah, I have a lot of conflicting issues with that, but I'm gonna go to work because I need to go to work. Okay, you guys, so right now it is 7:27 and I just finished 5 Midnights by Anne Davila Cardinal, and I have a lot of things to say. And there are things that I tried not to nitpick, but unfortunately it's so hard for me not to nitpick. I gave that 2 out of 5 stars. In reality, I was gonna give it a 1, but there were minor instances that I did enjoy, and on Scrib I gave it 2 out of 5 stars, but honestly, the more I think about it, for me that's a 1-star review. I have my notes right here, and this entire page is everything that I did not enjoy from 5 Midnights. And it's sad because I went into this story thinking that I was gonna enjoy it, because somebody had told me that this takes place in Puerto Rico and that it was a really good portrayal, and I was like, okay, let me see how that is, you know. And no, it's not. First of all, that's why I mentioned this earlier, is there an alternate Puerto Rico that I have no idea where it's at, because there were a lot of things, and the misconception of the island is something that really does bother me, because we're not a Spanish speaking community, we're not an English speaking community, we are a Spanish speaking community, and just the Spanish was just sprinkled into the story as an afterthought, like, you know, let me just put it in there just to make them speak a little bit of Spanglish throughout the entire story. And that just rubbed me the wrong way. I have a lot of issues with Lupe. I mentioned a lot of them, and I'm just like, I'm over her. I'm just over her. That's why I say that in the review, it does mention that it does take place in modern day Puerto Rico, and I'm just like, yeah, in the metropolitan area, which is mainly San Juan, there is a lot of influx of tourists, so you are gonna see that part really heavily influenced, especially as people speak in English and whatnot, but it's not overly abundant, not in El Barrio, not in a lot of places that are mentioned within the story. And yes, there are private schools where you speak English and whatnot, but I don't know, it was just like so much that was just building on, that I was just like, I can't with this. Also, is there a way a Puerto Rican is supposed to look? Because it's mentioned one too many times, especially Lupe says that, oh, I wished I looked Puerto Rican, or I'm like, I'm sorry, what? Is there a way a Puerto Rican is supposed to look? Puerto Ricans come in a variety of colors, a variety of shades, different sizes. We are different people. We are islanders, but we have differences to us. There are a lot of us that are light skinned. There are some of us that are tanned. There are some of us that are brown skinned, honey color skin, really, really dark color skin. Like, what am I missing something here? I don't know. Also the fact that it's like, if she would eat traditional food, like comfort food, like Puerto Rican comfort food, and they would tell her, oh, that makes you a Puerto Rican. I'm like, what? I know Puerto Ricans that don't eat typical food, and it does not mean that they're not Puerto Ricans. I know a lot of Puerto Ricans that don't even eat arroz con habichuela, and which is a staple in our food. And you have them eating hamburgers and whatnot, and I'm just like, whatever. Like, you know what? Just WTF for a lot of moments. I had a lot of moments that were WTF, a lot of moments that I rolled my eyes on. I finished the story at 2.5 speed because I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna get this over with, because it's really, really aggravating reading this and you knowing how your island, especially living here. You know, I've lived here for 20 plus years, and I don't know, there was a lot of things that it was just like, what are we talking about here? Also, we are religious. Puerto Ricans are religious, but when do we do the cross sign? Every 5 seconds. And I was just like, okay, this is too much for me, like, honestly. Well, I'm not gonna deny that sometimes you can find rude people, because, you know, obviously you have that. Why is it that every single person that Lupe met hated Americans? I don't know. I mean, yeah, you can find that occasionally. Yeah, I'm not gonna deny that. But like, heavily hate, I was just like, a lot of things rubbed me the wrong way, and I was just like, what am I reading? Like, honestly, like, I have to admit the 3 things that I really did enjoy were, one, the descriptions of the island, especially the only place that took place, which is San Juan, and a lot of places that, you know, was described, which is El Barrio. There's a moment where they went to Rio Piedra, but, you know, there wasn't much described there. I really did enjoy also the fact of our comfort food, and, you know, los pasteles, not pasteles, but there's one that, you know, was used, pastelón, and I was just like, yeah, you know. So that is something that I really, really did enjoy. And the fact of the urban legend, you know, the take on El Cuco, I enjoyed it. While I think it is a tale for children, which is mostly what it says, you know, El Cuco is something that, you know, Puerto Rican parents would use to, you know, scare their children, to, you know, especially if they were acting naughty or misbehaving, and I'd be like, oh, pórtate bien porque el cuco te va a coger. So, you know, something that, you know, little kids were like, oh, you know, like, he's gonna eat me, or he's gonna take me away. So that was something that, you know, you do get scared upon. And also the take on it that it had, mostly around the fact that it would take or kill kids or teenagers that were around 17 on the brink of 18. I don't know, but it was interesting, I have to admit that. But aside from everything else, I was the only thing that, you know, grabbed my attention. And I'm disappointed. I'm just disappointed because I really wanted to enjoy that. But good afternoon, you guys. So today is Saturday, October the 19th, and it is 3:09 right now. I've been doing a few things for tomorrow because I have an activity, and I'm not gonna get any vlogging or reading or anything done tomorrow because that activity is gonna start at 8 in the morning, will extend itself until probably around 8 p.m, maybe more. So I'm just gonna dedicate my time to that. I don't think I'm gonna do anything else. If I actually manage to read, I'll read on my phone because I still haven't picked up Vicious. I'm just, you know, ignoring it. I don't know why, but I'm just ignoring it. But if I do any reading, it'll be, again, with my phone. What I want to do for today is that I just want to take it easy because my head hurts. This morning I woke up early and it was really productive. I went out to do groceries because I really needed food and I really needed my snacks that I sacrificed last week for the shirt and also the movie. I could have bought like 6 or 7 different snacks. Do I need that many snacks throughout the entire week? No, I don't. But it's good to have options, you know. So there's that. But I am gonna put on a movie. I don't know which movie I want to put on, but I feel like I want to put on like a spooky movie. My spooky movie is Scooby-Doo. That's what I'm gonna put on because I'm not gonna put on anything else. And I'm also gonna Saturday night read Ghostly Echoes. I'm currently on page 59, and again, I'm loving this. This is just such a great read. So I'm gonna get a little bit more reading done and watch movies. I don't know how much I'm gonna get reading today done, honestly, so we'll just play it by the ear. Hopefully I get a little bit reading done, and then, you know, I'll update you one more time later so I can do that. But until then, I'll talk to you later. Okay, to officially close off this reading vlog, as the title suggests, I attempted Spook-a-thon. I failed horribly, but at least what should be taken into consideration was that I started and that I tried. And it happens, you know, sometimes I have readathons where I excel, other times I have the idea to start a readathon, other times it happens as it happened in this one. I just start, but unfortunately life gets in the way and doesn't let me finish. But I did manage to read, which was something that I always enjoy and something that, you know, is motivation for me to try out more readathons, which is something that I want to do. I want to have like a little bit more time to dedicate to readathons, but it's okay. At least trying and attempting is something that's really good. But yeah, I managed to finish Crown of Feathers, even though that isn't part of Spook-a-thon. I did manage to finish it in this week. You already know my conflicting issues with 5 Midnights. Okay, more of a hate with 5 Midnights than conflicting issues. While I have to admit that the author portrayed some things wonderfully, there are other things that I just could not ignore. And I know that I'm not the intended audience for this book, but there are some things that I just couldn't brush under the rug, you know, especially the portrayal of feminism within a 16-year-old girl, and also the portrayal of my island, like the misconception of it is something that really gets on my nerves. Like you can tell, the video speaks volumes. But yeah, like honestly, take my review, like I said, with a grain of salt, because even though I didn't enjoy, I can see why other people would enjoy. I know that it has that nostalgic factor. People who really can't come to the island, and they'll feel that because it's present in that book. But yeah, I'm gonna be linking my review down below because right there I let out everything. And also, even though it's dubbed as a YA horror or as a YA thriller, I don't know, I think it's YA horror or thriller, one of those two. Right now I can't recall. I'm not gonna look for it, I'm gonna be honest. It really didn't scare me at all, and that's saying a lot because I'm a yellow bit coward. So yeah, and I also managed to finish, well, not finish, I started Ghostly Echoes. I still haven't finished because I've been procrastinating a bit. I've also been taking care of Snow, so my attention has been towards him, you know, he has had my undivided attention. But yeah, that's it for this reading vlog. I just want to say thank you for watching. I hope that you have a wonderful day and a night, and I'll see you in my next video. Peace.